Hello, everybody. How are you today? My name is Chef Dan, and today we are playing some art. Yeah, it's been a while since we did some art, but yeah, we do doing it. Okay, let's see if this will work. I have to have a I have to have a webcam on to stream on. What the hell? This is crazy. This is some craziness right here. Hey, you're right. Good to see you. Yeah, we're gonna do some pixel art today. Let me swap over here. Womp womp. There we go. Got everything set up. Dan the Killer walking in with first and favorite. Welcome in, Dan. Dan number one. That is Dan number one. Let's get some music in here. We have some nice music today. I'm trying to see if I can get this set up so I can go live on the other app too. But it seems like we're struggling today. So, and I think I can just move it to the back. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Chat. I think we're set. Hello? Welcome in. Welcome in. We got TikTok on too. Okay. Perfect. We're gonna be doing some good old pixel art today. It's been a while. It's been a while since we did some pixel art. Sai, welcome in. Thank you for liking the live. And thank you so much for the likes. Very nice. I'm gonna have some water. We just started. What's up, buddy? What a nice little emote too. I'm doing some art today. Welcome in. Welcome in. We got to decide what we're gonna do. Oh, also my glasses are real dirty, so I'm gonna clean those. Eat some rum raisin Hagen Da. Hagen Da. It's got to be Hagen Dazs, right? I'm like, I've never heard of Hagen Da. Is that Indian? Is that like that's something crazy? Well, ice cream's always nice. Gelato's even better. I've got some pina colada ice cream in my freezer right now. It's a typo. Yeah, sure. Haagen-Dazs. Yeah. Haagen-Dazs. Time for target practice using TikTok. Dan the Killer, don't do it. Glassesless. I know. Glassesless with a haircut. Who is this guy? Crazy. I don't know. My glasses are filthy though. They get so much grease on them at work. Don't be a glasses user in the kitchen, let me tell you. Rum raisin sounds interesting. I probably can't have it though. It sounds like it would have cinnamon. If it's like rum cake with raisins, that probably is what it is. Then I probably wouldn't be able to have it. Oh, we got the good music going too. Somebody put on Nirvana. It was me. I put on Nirvana. Let's get the hat on. All right. Feeling better. Big back stretch. What should we do today? Any ideas? I'm thinking a big landscape. Perfect. Let's put together a palette. Let's go for a nice pastel start. We'll do this. You guys probably think I'm crazy if I do this. But sometimes I just like to start a palette out just like this. And then I want to like transition maybe down a little bit more. Ooh, like some mint greens would be good. I want some richer flavors too. And as I do that, I'm just going to move this down to like more blue. And I think the blue is going to give us a really nice tinge of flavor in the background. And even just like, okay, and then maybe we can reverse that. Yeah, I'm thinking like a nice, I don't know, I'm thinking like Ghibli. I don't know why I'm thinking Ghibli today, but I'm thinking Ghibli today. A little bit purple. And maybe like a nice yellow. That'll round us out pretty nicely, I think. Let's delete the rest of these. Palette set. Scary. Oh, the ads are gone. Oh, good, good, Kai. I'm glad. Ah! It's the ads. Did you shave or get a haircut? I did both. I got a haircut and a shave. You're gonna send... Okay. Hold on. Don, welcome back. Hey, Don. You have 3 screen recordings of Phil meowing. Meow. Good going, Phil. Let me see if my combined chat's gonna work today. Usually it takes a while to connect to TikTok. Yeah, send you someone real quick? Okay. It looks weird. I'm not used to it. Yeah. Yeah, the last haircut I got was... here, I'll give you a close-up. Like, brings up this part. Brings up that part right there. And then this is all just a little bit more shorter. You don't even see the most drastic part, which is the fade on the sideburns. The blowout. We got the blowout, which does not sound appealing in my opinion. That's what they say. That's what they say. Okay, we're not shading. We're simple ink right now. We're just going to throw down some large swaths. Okay. We're going to go large swaths here. Something like that. It's been a while since I've done like a big pixel arting project. So I kind of, I don't know. We'll figure this out. I feel a little creative today. I know we're gonna hit this up here. Give me simple ink, brother. Okay, there we go. You getting DQ? Congratulations. Thanks for sharing, y'all. Sharing the lives makes me happy. Yeah, that happened to my kid's diaper one time. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that doesn't sound like a great name for a haircut. Nose has been plugged the past few days and nothing to clear the sinuses, or WTV it's called. I don't know, man. You can do a sinus massage. I'm not a doctor. Okay, you can do a sinus massage. You can look this up. But I'll do this. I have really bad allergies in the spring and stuff. So sinus massage starts right here. Basically, like, your sinuses aren't just your nose. Like, they're kind of all over your face, little pockets where your air breathes. And if any one of those feels clogged, then you're going to feel congested. So I'll start right here. There's 2 of them right here. You can look this up. Like I said, there's a map of where they are. And you just kind of like work them down. This works really, really well if you're like in a steamy room. Like a shower. Oh, this is great when you're sick too. And then, so I'll start there. I'll do those. And then there's 2 little ones right here on the bridge of your nose. And you just want to work it down. And then there's 2 right under your eyes. So you push these in. And you're just blowing. While you're doing this, you're blowing out your nose. And you do that a couple times. Give it a minute. That'll help you relieve pressure in your head. Stuff like that. Also, if your ears feel blocked, you can take 2 fingers like that right on your jaw and just like pull them down your jawline. And then you can push in with your thumbs. And you push it up. So I'm just taking my thumb right here and pushing along the edge there. Doctor for you now? Yeah, no worries. Listen, what is being a doctor? Anyway, what is being a doctor? So we have a lot to do here. I think we're going to do some layers here, but I think I might have gotten my layers mixed up a bit. Let's like throw some of this on. Taxi little girl, he's from here to LA. Walking this party 8 days a week. No. Sleep till Brooklyn. I think this will be good. I do these like little bumpy motions. Yeah, those are good. And then maybe something on the bottom here. This will be good. I know you don't, you look at it and you're like, what is this now? Trust the process. Trust the process. We're in trust the process stage, okay? Also, we're in no sleep till Brooklyn stage. Okay. I think also we're gonna do something along this. Maybe one of these. Oh yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. This one right here. Yeah. Okay. Trust the process, everybody. Trust the process. We're gonna get there. It's just gonna be a process of how we get there. You know what I mean? Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. If you're just joining us, we're trusting the process at the moment. So if you'd like to trust the process, please join us in trusting the process. Okay, this is looking good. It's a good start. I'm kind of getting inspiration from my daily commute. There's a section that's like super rural where I drive. And it's really, really pretty. And there's like a bunch of cows. And I always drive there. It's just like, it feels like whenever I get there, it's like so nice. Thanks for the lurk. We're gonna... We're just gonna look at some of this section. And I'm just going to inverse select that so I don't accidentally work on this. This is gonna be one of my... I think we're just gonna want to work on some textures. Actually, we're just gonna want texture over this. I think that's the idea. So we just want to texture over this a bit. Should I work in layers? I could work in layers today. It wouldn't be impossible to work in layers. Hello, Brian. Thank you so much for the heart me, my dude. How you doing today? I was just thinking about you. I'm like, you know, when's Brian gonna join in? And thank you for the Go Popular. What a chat, everyone. Chatting on my Brian right there. How's it looking? Okay. I know it looks a little strange right now, but we're gonna get there in the end. Like I said, doing good. How are you? I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. I'm working on some... I think we're just gonna do a lot of grass. It is Easter time, so let's talk about grass. You know, the bunny likes to leave the grass everywhere. And I'm just gonna... I'm gonna try and make some layered grass here. I think we'll get there in the end. So I'm gonna take this, right? Ding dong, thank you for the follow. Trust the process, never been disappointed by a Dan masterpiece yet, Brian. Never yet. Thank you for the likes, my friends. Doing some pixel art today. If you guys like pixel art, I've been getting back into it. I've done a lot of pixel art in the past. I should do more. We're trusting the process. That's where we are in the process right now, is trusting the process. think we're gonna like work this a section at a time. Yeah, I think we're just gonna work this a section at a time. Remember, where we started and where we're going, two completely different places. Don't let any of that discourage you. We're just gonna do like ripples in the sand and the texture. Don't think you'll be disappointed. Don't think you'll be disappointed yet. But I have powers, my friend. Powers of disappointment. Right now, it just kind of looks like a waveform. But we just need to add a bit more texture, I think. It'll look better once there's more texture to it. Yeah, it's already taken a bit of shape. I like this shade that I chose. Dan said as he tooted his own horn again. Again and again, Dan tooted his horn. It sounded off like a rifle. Yeah. I think we're just kind of going here. Maybe it should be more like the low shadows here. When you feel like you're woo! A lot of verticals. Jay, did you know this song is a parody? But it was just so good that it topped American charts. It was a parody of like American, like Fall Out Boy and like Green Day, like just like these really weird, over the top bands of the early 2000s. And song number 2 by Blur topped the American charts because everyone in America is like, yeah, but it's a banger, you know, like it's a good banger. Okay, this is looking good. I'm feeling this. I think in this part, we're going to do another bit of water. Problem. Woohoo! And I mean, it is just like a great song. I think I have to go even darker here. Then I need you. Hello, purple people. Oh, the purple people are here. Yeah, I don't think there's many. Oh, look, Brian, you let in a bot. Now I gotta get rid of that guy. Gotta get rid of that bot. Gosh, Brian, you come in here, keep the door open, and suddenly a bot gets in, huh? Explain that. Would you mind explaining that to the class? If you're lonely. OMG, you left the door open, my bad. It's like that scene in Monsters, Inc. right at the beginning. They're like, you know, leaving the door open is the is the worst mistake any monster could make because it could let in a draft, could let in a bot. There is nothing more toxic or deadly than a Twitch bot. I love Monsters Inc. Oh, Disney and Pixar is super fun for me. I love quoting it, especially with Brandon. Anytime I'm playing with Brandon, bro, it's just like constantly Monsters Inc. quotes and Incredibles, especially those old ones. Cars, the classic, Toy Story. Okay, we're gonna have to bring this up here. Do 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 do. This song's really good. Franz Ferdinand, also fantastic band. My goal is to finish this piece tonight. So maybe the next hour or two. We could probably do an hour. Some dirt. Thanks for bringing in the dirt, Kai. You better not leave the door open, though. I think we're just gonna like bring this in a little bit darker. And the thing with like patches of just general noise like this is they're pretty, I don't know, they're hard because you want it to be subtle. You don't want to bring too much attention to anything, you know? Like this, there's like a weird shape here. I don't want this weird shape. So I'm gonna just thread it out a bit. Oh, I don't want to use that color. That was a mistake. I want to use that color. Okay, that's looking good. I've decided my perspective needs to lower a bit. With you. Yeah, I think the perspective is gonna, check this out. We're just gonna perspective this a bit. Just gonna hit this right here and cut it right there. It's gonna be a lot of, like, where's our horizon line, right? That's what we need. We need to fix our horizon line. I think I'm gonna lower it to right there. Thank you for the drink. I absolutely love Treasure Planet. Why are we talking about Treasure Planet? Hold up. Did I miss something? Did I talk about Treasure Planet? Hated the game. They made a PS2 game for that. Oh my goodness. Worst game ever. Not true. Not true. But it was a bit tedious. I don't really like collectathons, and it kind of locks you out after a while. Okay. So then we're gonna do this. Like I said, B. There we go, B. Just because we were talking about that. Movies that the studio tried to bury. Ooh. Movies that the studio tried to bury for 200. Treasure Planet. I'll give you another one. Whatever that Timmy Turner sequel was with Drake Bell. Did you watch that? Where Drake Bell was Timmy Turner? What app is that? This is Asprite. Or Asprite, depending on how you pronounce it. It's open source. It's a really good pixel art app. Super, super good. And you can compile it yourself for free if you want. Or you can pay $20 for it for lifetime support. ASEPRITE. So you almost got it. Just an E after the S there. But yeah, this is like the gold standard for pixel art. They also have there's an older version that's freely distributed called Libra Sprite, and that one's pretty good. You saw that and didn't really like it? Exactly, Brian. I think everybody saw that and didn't really like it, you know? You've heard of Libra Sprite? Yeah, Libra Sprite is just Asprite, but it's an earlier fork. Because Asprite is like I said, open source software. But like switching to Asprite last year, the year before maybe. As soon as I switched to Asprite, like I saw a noticeable increase in my ability. Like things that were holding me back before no longer hold me back. Held me back. Hoed me back. You use LibreCAD and LibreOffice. Yeah. The Libra suite's pretty nice, but I don't think it's the same people. It might be the same people. We got some grass going here. Hope you guys like grass, because we got a lot of grass going today. We're just making some noise. This is like the part in woodworking where you have to like sand everything down before you like glue it together. I should be working from the back forward, but I did want to just get this all set up. And just like a little bit of this, you know? Heard me laughing. They're not the same people, but they use the Libra mission statement. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. They're like, here's some software that we think should be more available and free, right? But honestly, like the folks at Asprey are awesome. And the whole thing is like uses Lua, so you can like really easily put in scripts and code and stuff. Like there's a ton of mods and scripts for the app too, because it's super easy. It's Lua. Everybody knows Lua. It feels like, I don't know. So yeah, a lot of people like using this, especially pixel artists. If you're working on pixel art for games, would recommend for sure. Because it has like innate features too. The ads are over. It has innate features like you can make tile sets and stuff. Like you can export stuff as sprite sheets, and it's very, very amazing GUI, and it doesn't mess up all your pixel projects too. Like other stuff. Like other stuff does, like Photoshop and GIMP, and I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot that does that. Just a dream, dream. I think it's going to be a little bit too busy. Yeah, I think you're right. But it's kind of how it looks, though. It's kind of just how it looks. We're going to add a little fence here. We're just going to put a fence line in. Right down here. Maybe not. Oh, you have something you want to say. Okay, go ahead, Kai. You can say something. It's perfectly appropriate. Chicken butt. Well, can't say I wasn't entirely unexpected. Can't say it was entirely unexpected. So we get further out here and we want to just like take some details away. So we want it to feel more like roving. What's the word? Just like waves in the grass, right? Want it to just feel like waves in the grass. I'll see what I can do. This song says a bad word in a different context. So hopefully it's not too bad. It's a product of its time. It doesn't look too bad, but I kind of want to morph it a bit. You want to live like common people. You want to see whatever common people see. Gonna sleep with common people. And people like me. Didn't. No, I need less. Yeah, like that. You start a list on things you want to do this year, get your grades up. They won't be the best when you get back from being sick. Yeah. Get your license and volunteer more. There's more, but I don't want to type it all out. Yeah, I feel that. Volunteering's fun. I've spent a significant portion of my life working and volunteering. And I had a lot of like volunteering to do when I was working. I don't know if this, like I would help my clients volunteer. That's probably a better way to put that. Because I had clients that I would set up volunteer opportunities. Like we'd go to a food bank. There's one that I really liked, and it was we would help assemble sack lunches and take them over to like a youth homeless shelter, and they would distribute them throughout the day. It was really nice. And we would just like go, people would donate the food and we would donate the time. So, and they just like buy whatever they were missing from Costco or whatever through donated funds. So yeah, we'd go there and we'd get sandwiches and we'd just set up. You're like, okay, today we're doing ham and cheese. Okay, today we're doing PB&Js. Today we're doing this, and then they get a fruit and a veggie and whatever. put them in brown bags, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You gotta enjoy stuff like that. Okay, I think we're gonna have like a big hill here. And then we're gonna have it come around, like down there. Like big? Yeah, like big. Yeah, that's pretty good. A fun would be watching the sunrise and sunset with friends. Yeah. Like it. I'm a sunset kind of guy. Hi, baby.
Hi.
Welcome to the stream. You're tired? It's late. It's very late for you. Yeah. What? Good night. I love you. Don't say anything. You'll ruin it. You'll ruin it. Don't say anything. Ooh, 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 ooh. You got to see the sunrise on your birthday, and you had ice cream at 3. Nice. Okay. We're rocking. We're rocking. We're. I don't want to see that. Okay. Perfect. We are hanging, y'all. We are chilling. We're absolutely chilling. Okay, and then we just need some gradient to the background here. So I think we'll just gradient it out. I think we'll do more dark in the lower. And we get this part up here, that'd be the upper, and then we can put in some clouds. I love me some good cloud coverage, y'all. So let's put in a few clouds and just kind of rough them in, you know what I mean? We'll just rough in some clouds here. But if we do clouds on the bottom, they'll have to be like this. Have to be this other color. Well, maybe it won't be too bad. Fucking, I got home and realized I was alone. Okay, this is pretty good. It's pretty good. We'll keep going here. I think I want to check on this. Let's get some depth to this. We're going to put some depth in here. Just by adding some color. Show us like what's going on here. Yeah. I think this is probably going to be the best area to show depth. Be able to put some of this in here. Some really nice like clouds of the water. Clouds of the water. That's what we've got here. Oh, thank you so much for the rose. How you doing today? We're putting in some clouds in our water. You know what I mean? I don't know what I mean. So somebody better know what I mean. Ale or ale. Whatever you prefer. That doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, let's put some of this up here. I kind of like to keep it pretty dark. Maybe I'll change this to the lower one. That'd be good. You good? It's late, so you're going to sleep? Well, have a wonderful evening. It is quite late. My wife just told me to go that she was going to bed. And this is way past her bedtime. But I like it. I like this time. A little bit right there. Okay. Yeah, this is coming out. This is coming out. Just want it to like feel more natural. So we're going to give it a little bit more of these like swishes and swashes, and we're just going to keep swashing and swishing until it like comes down and around. And maybe just like a bit here and there, you know. Just a bit of this. Thank you so much for the roses. You're making my night. What a G, Ale. See ya. See ya, see ya. Okay, yeah, that's coming along real nice. I like that. Okay, we got some more to do up here. I just want like a really flowy, like a very, very flowy thing. I might even do like a, if we have time. I don't know if we'll have time. We'll probably not have time. Maybe another time, but I want to do an animated version. I think would be really nice. Checking my bag just to know your name. 17 tracks and I've had it with this game. Back just to know your name. And then all we've got to do with this stuff up here is just kind of like make it less rounded, right? Heaven ain't close in a place like this. Okay, and then this is going to be, like I said, more dark. This is where we're going to see like that real dark. Okay. Somebody told me that you had a boyfriend. It looked like a girlfriend I had in February of last year. I think we're just going to end it right there. And it's just going to go off to maybe turning to the right. It's kind of hard to tell. I think maybe if I put some of this in here to show that it's just going to wind down and around. I don't know if I even like that there, you know? Like I might just nib it right here even. Let's nib it. Yeah. And we don't even have to like completely cover it. We can just like take it out. There we go. Then it looks a little bit more sparse, so maybe it just goes there. Rar or rar. One of those things, Kai. One of those things today. Rar. A little sassy. Rar. I felt so bad. Y'all, I published the Dark Souls video, and one of the things like we were talking about is like how sometimes people think Brandon's gay, and it's kind of funny because he's super straight, but he just like doesn't value, he values his own personal time over like relationship time most of the time. Let's just say he's been unlucky in love. And so like a lot of people like in his personal life are like, it's okay if you're gay, and he's just not. And we were talking about that during one of the clips, and I don't know, it just like brought out the haters for this thing. They're like, this is the gayest crap I ever seen in my life. I was like, all right, dude, if that's how you feel. And we're just like playing Dark Souls and just having a good time. All right, this is the gayest stuff. And to be fair, if you can't be a little homosexual with your buddies, like I don't think you know what you're doing. You ain't doing it right. Everybody ought to be a little homosexual with their buddies. Okay, I think we gotta match these same colors over here. So we gotta chill out on this. Yeah, and then we're gonna do this one too. We're just gonna do these little swirls. Do our little swirlies. Swirly whirlies. Yeah, that looks good. And maybe I'll come back to this and I'll say, you know, it doesn't look as good as I thought it would. But I'll still like it. Like, there's not any of my arts that I don't like. There's just some that I like less. You know what I mean? We'll call this one Snakes in the Grass. I don't know. I just like it. It feels very flowy. Something I really like is, I don't know if it'll pop up, but Van Gogh, Starry Night, super popular work of art, obviously. But it's just so flowy. And I kind of want to capture that here. The motion. And part of that is the palette. And another part of that is just like, I don't know. There's so much to it. There's so much to it. And I think if we just keep going, we're going to capture something similar. I think we just need to layer on as much of this as we can. I don't know. It really lends itself to my style. Because I don't like outlines. I don't do outlines very often. I think, what if we just like did something so just like swirly whirly, you know what I mean? So I don't know, not having outlines and stuff like that, like it helps to break up or to make it continual. Is that a word? Helps to make it more continual. So stuff like water, clouds, waves, stuff like that, I feel lend themselves very nicely to my style. And I know it looks kind of like a silly mess right now, but we'll get there. We'll get there in the end. It's gonna come together really nicely. I'm pretty happy with this section down here so far. I might come back and touch it up with some highlights and stuff in a bit. The common need needs the world to truck the liars and the liars. The recipe. We don't want to do too much, you know? Because less is more. When we're talking about stuff like this, less is more. And then hit. So I just want to like bring in some of this. Maybe not like that though. Like I'm thinking maybe more as like cell shading. Need this to be much smaller. And just give it a bit. Maybe something just, yeah, maybe more like this. Let's see what this looks like if I give it like some of that. That doesn't look too bad, but it's too much. It looks okay. Okay, and then let's hit this with some darker points. I don't like that. I think the color is off on that. You might as well. What if I just did like a little subtle color shift here? That might be enough. Yeah, I like that. I like that better. And let's look at these even. Which one's this one? That one. One's that one. That one. What if I did something like this instead? Oh, I pushed the wrong button. That doesn't look too bad. kick back and watch the world get bushwhacked. News at 10, your neighborhood is under attack. What if I did this? It's not bad. It's not bad. I'll work on it. I'll work on it a bit more. We'll just like, yeah, bring this up too. Because this all should be going into the mic, not like waiting. Like it should be going deep into the water. All of this should be going into the water. Into the water in normal color. Yeah, no, not through the water. Into the water though. Yeah. So this water is going to be pretty opaque. That's the idea. Thank you for the... I know what you're saying. So no blend. Yeah, I'm not going to blend it in. I'm not going to show under the water. Hey, Morthos. On me, thank you. We'll do a little stretch. Morthos, welcome to a little pixel art stream. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Holy. You're saying, you know, if it goes under the water, it should be a darker color because of the light ratio. Right, but we're not doing that. We're just having it stop at the top of the water, and you're not going to see below it. How you doing, my friend? Very good. Very good. Having a good day. Gotcha. Yeah. But I think if I was going for a different style, I absolutely would. I just want this stream to feel like soup. And maybe that's a weird way to put it, but I want this stream to feel thick. Like a thick wid, you know what I mean? She's looking at me, and then in the bright lights. Soup stream for my dreams. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's a soup stream for the dreams. Oh, look at this. We forgot this one. We're just going to have all of these different blues and colors. And I'm hoping it comes together pretty nicely. I don't know. We just do a lot of vibing here. I think I can put some of these highlights in there too. Just a bit. Some down here as well. Because we want this bottom part to feel very nice too. But yeah, I want it to be like, where does it begin? Where does the mud end? Where does it stop? It's really hard to say. It's hard to say. I just want it to feel like paint, you know? Like, oh, we've got this big old glob of paint down here. Mr. Jones and me. I once watched an interview where Counting Crows talked about this song. They're like, yeah, we never even thought like it was that good of a song. We just like people just liked it. And I'm like, that's for real. That's for real. People just like things sometimes. So what I'm seeing are cattails. Yeah, maybe cattails. Maybe I was thinking more just like general reads. But yeah, like that idea. Do you ever see the movie, the Robin Williams movie, What Dreams May Come? No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one. What's it about? You can tell me. I like Robin Williams movies. He's did some good ones. Oh, man. Yeah, so we're looking kind of cattail-y here, and then just like reeds in general. I might lower the horizon line again. There's a scene where he's in a field and it's all paint. Oh, and he just starts eating the paint. He's like, does that happen? No. Okay, that's fine. I need to mix these in because right now they're not so mixed. Like some are in front, some are behind. Yeah, so I'm hoping like it makes like reedy. It's like living in a painting. Okay. Attempting to bathe while ice cold water is only available in the apartment. Wish me luck. I prefer hot showers. Morthos, don't do it. Morthos, don't do it. Penguin's here with a nice optimistic message. Dan, I fear what I have created. What's that, Penguin? What have you created today? What? What's on your mind, Penguin? You can be real with me. What's going on? That's so funny. I fear what I've created. Dan, I fear what I've created. Ephemeral side, don't get a mechanic. Your community is out of control? Bro, that's crazy. What'd you do? Is it in the Discord? I need to check. Is it because of your Saturday stream tomorrow? Rigging? What is this? What is this? Yes, the fan projects. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Rigging is crazy. They're doing live 2D? There's no way. This is Penguin, it's out of control, Penguin. They're making the maid Penguin Penguin, now listen to me. Oh, my thing just popped off. My boom arm just fell off. Hold on. Just stay right here. Now, Penguin, now listen to me. You gotta set boundaries with your community. You gotta set reasonable boundaries. You gotta. That's crazy. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it just came off. I'm gonna fix it, but it just came off. Just hang with me for a minute, okay? Okay, sorry, my clamp broke. But I fixed it. Okay, woman. Yes, hello. Hello, hello. Lizzie's here. Oh no. Devicer's here too. Penguin thoughts. There's gonna be another penguin party. Okay, that's exciting. I won't make it to tomorrow. You gotta set boundaries, Penguin. Penguin, you gotta set boundaries. If you're not comfortable, you have to set boundaries. Set reasonable boundaries with your chat. Set reasonable boundaries with your... If you don't set boundaries early, it only gets worse, Penguin. Trust me. Yes, Penguin, if it was okay. Yeah. But Penguin will also just say yes. Because he, like, genuinely just appreciates any, like, hint of love that anybody gives him. You don't mind, you just do more work than me. Yeah, that's okay, Penguin. Everybody has their hobbies, and some people's hobbies are gonna be you. That's just how it's gonna be. Penguinopoly is the only the first in the series. That's crazy, y'all. Alright, chat, we're gonna get back to this. It's okay, Penguin. When I was a young Dan, my father took me into the city. I think I'm gonna do just a slightly darker color of this. I'm gonna drag it right up there. Just something like that. Maybe not darker. Hold up. What if I do like a slightly more yellowed? More golden. I'm just gonna touch it wherever the light shines, you know what I mean? Yeah, I kind of like this. Oh. It's gorgeous. Okay, so now I need to do something like that for the other two colors. Just like slightly more yellow. Or maybe that's going to be too much. Oh, it's not too much. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay. What's the last one? There's another one of these, right? Okay, it's this one. And like I said, we're just going to go just slightly more yellow. Steals Penguin back? Please don't. Please don't steal a penguin. He's my penguin. Isn't that just slavery? You're a free worker for penguin. None of it's willing. Voluntary slavery. You get paid in cheese. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are insane. I don't know how this could have gotten so out of pocket, Penguin, but you really got to reel these guys in. They're like really gonna cause problems for everybody. Clearly. Now I don't really like. Oh man. I like the swirls more than I like this. And I don't really like the noise so much. So I'm just going to focus on doing that. I'm going to work on the noise a bit. Because I don't want so much noise. In jail. Yeah, maybe just like less noise. Maybe less noise would be good. Yeah, less noise is good. And then these last ones are these little purple ones. I'll just wipe out some of this out. Hey, thank you for the drink. Is that all one layer? It's all one layer. It's so it's masks. Yeah, so there's a tool that selects all one color on the page. So I'm doing that. What was this? Oh my goodness. TikTok doesn't like me. TikTok doesn't like that I've had the same screen on, I guess. It doesn't like that. It thinks I'm AFK. Okay, I gotta chug. I'm chugging. There's your chug. Here's your wrist stretch. And your big stretch. I was freaked out because it's the same notification sound that TikTok does when you get disconnected. And I'm like, is my internet out? It's not. All right, you have to do more free labor for Penguin. All right, man. You do what you want, man. This is your life. Yeah, I think I'll just take away some of these. I'll simplify a bit of this. I think if I'm gonna do some noise, it's gotta be like in lines. You know what I mean? Like this. Like it's noisy, but it's structured noise. I'm also gonna work on this. Because this has to like come together, I think. Like somewhere up here. We're just gonna layer that up. Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's not bad. It's not bad. We'll go with it for now. Yeah, so we might just reduce like the number of colors here. Did you know that the visual spectrum, like the human eye can see most shades of green? Deterministic noise. Exactly, Holy. Exactly. Because we're not necessarily trying to be super descriptive. Like that's not what pixel art's about. It's about, at least my method anyway. You do your pixel art the way you want. But in my eyes, pixel art is about being fulfilling vibes, you know? I'm gonna put some of this in here. Yeah, so I think we're gonna take out like some of these bluer shades, like these ones. I'm gonna replace them with maybe this like other green. Or maybe one of these yellows I could do. More of like a yellowish hue. Let's see how the yellow looks. That looks better. I like it more than like the teal. I also want to pull back, I think, some of these contrasts. This, what color is that? It's that one. What if I did one up? Or if I just like brought it in a bit so there's less contrast. I feel like if there's a bit less, it won't look so funky. It's still a bit funky. Let's try even one up and let's desaturate it a bit. That doesn't look too bad. The desaturation I think helps a lot. Yeah, we'll desaturate all that. Yeah, it's not bad. Pixar is more of the feel of the object than a liminal scope. Yeah. SMB1, you feel Mario more than you see him. Exactly. Exactly. It's an intuitive art form. Ads. Gotta love them. Gotta love them. Because if you don't love them, well, good luck. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it enough. That's sweet stuff. Hey! I think it's quite rude that that TikTok's auto algorithm is just the way it is, you know? Do 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 do. I think I'm gonna take like a chunk of this. Let's get a nice like circle here. Right, like that. No. Yeah, like this. Let's take that select tool. No. I want to take the selection. How do I take the selection? There it is. I want to just kidnap that selection and come over here. Copy. Paste. Oh, I've accidentally done it as a brush. I'm accidentally doing things. Looks so nice. Hold on. It does look so nice. Okay, and I'm just going to bring these up a bit so it's not so strict. Yeah, I think that'll look really nice. Actually, what if I... Hold on. Take me back to where we were before. Before I did all that flipping around. Welcome in. Okay. This. When I took this, I went over here, I got a nice swath. Copy and paste that. I think I want it like here. Somewhere like right here. Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna do a little bit of this right now. I don't know how it's gonna look, but we're just gonna try and get these in kind of the right spots for now. Yeah, something like this. Maybe stretch all these. We're just trying to get the right colors where we want them, where it feels right. Like that. Trying to rubber stamp? No, I'm just pushing the wrong buttons. Oh, stop. 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 I pushed the wrong buttons. Yeah, I want that pattern. So let's do this. And let's just take these colors and bring them down over here. We're just going to manually insert these. Ooh. Yeah, what I'm saying to myself is I want to see like this vertical texture coming up to like a kind of change to what then it's a top texture. You know what I'm saying? Do you know a way to make the cinema emote in 32 by 32 a cinema emote? What, like absolute cinema, like the meme? You can't fit the hams in the frame. Just do a touchdown. So it's like, oh, touchdown. Absolute cinema. Because that's what it is, right? It's like right here. Absolute cinema. Yeah, absolute cinema. Just put them real close to the face. Let me look up the meme. Oh, it's like a whole... It's a whole thing. You could try that. Yeah, I was thinking you could do it in the... But... Yeah, I think a lot of people, like, especially in like vertical, it's going to be like this. Yeah. But it's supposed to be like, bah. You could also just like scope it out, right? If your frame is too like narrow, if this is your frame, you're going to have a problem. You have to expand it. You have to pull your frame back. 32 is just what you like working in? Yeah, well, I didn't say change your canvas size. I said change the scale. Oh, you got to change the scale. Absolute cinema. No. Don't change the canvas size. Shrink what you're doing smaller. See what I'm saying? You're too zoomed in. You need to zoom out without changing the camera size. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, I think you're catching it. I think you're catching the vibe. Okay. I'll leave you alone now. I'll let you work on that. I kind of want to add some like fluffy puffs here. But I don't know how fluffy puffs would look. Well, I don't like that color. That color can't stay. But like having just like fluffy puffs at the top, I think would be very nice. Yeah, up to here. Maybe some fluffy puffs on the other side, like up here. Just to show like, hey, yeah, I don't know, man. I just work here, man. It's coming along. When it's over, that's the time I fall in love again. Okay, let's add a bit more texture to these. A bit more texture to this section. So the way we're going to do that is just by zooming in a bit and adding these like one by one lines. And I'm doing the background colors first, and then I'm going to come back through with the foreground colors. And we just want to bring those around, I think. I don't hate it. Okay. Let's work on this background a bit. Which color is that one? This one? Okay. So for this, we just want to like layer up some of this, I think. Yeah. Just layer some green in there. And then we'll layer a bit of this on there too. Okay, we'll just give this very big swaths. Just a little bit of basic shading. Just basic shading. Wrong one. That one. When it's over. The window. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll add like a little path up here too. Or just like adding some extra depth to this. Just like rough it up a bit. Bit of roughing. Never hurt nobody. But make it feel a little bit more alive, you know? Maybe this is supposed to be like a forested hillside, you know? So maybe we got some more of this forest. Maybe come in with this, some of this. And yeah, maybe there's a bit of this hanging out here too. And we just kind of want to make it look a little bit grungly. Maybe a bit more grungly. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much. How's it going? I got a little bading. I love the little badings. Stray? No way. Just stopping in to say hi. Well, hi, Stray. You caught us during a little do. You know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean, because I can't use the words pixel art. Pixel art. We're doing some pixel art today. We're just kind of making a forested hillside here. Grungalunga love grungalunga glogs. Thank you. I don't know what that means, but I will readily agree. Just add in some depth here. We are not out of our depth. We're barely getting into it. Rock. Never gonna put out the spark. Something burning. Something good is burning. You baby, my soul's on fire. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your stream. Thank you. I think I will. We can keep going for a little bit here. Haven't seen a lot of people hanging out today. Shading with purpose, Chef Dan. Shading with purpose. Yeah, just these tips here. Doesn't look too bad. Okay. I can work on some of this shading too. Let's just get some like underbrushes here. Just doing these little scooping motions. Every brush stroke I like to do, you know, it's very important to remember like the motion that you're trying to convey. And the motion I'm trying to convey is kind of loosely goosies in the bottoms. And I think it really brought it out. I like that, the way it loosey-goosied everything up. If I want, you know, more highlights, I need to go from the top. Yeah, and then it kind of crunkles it up a bit. You can say, oh yeah, there's a big grunkly tree there. And then this part, I can say, oh, well, that's a bit more cleared, you know. or whatever it is, you know, like that's a just less. And I can bring it in with some of this yellow. Oh, that yellow is not the right shade for that. This one. Hold on. Oh, I don't think it has a shade of yellow attached to it. Okay, well, let's go just a bit more yellow. So I go here and I just go a bit more yellow. Let's give it a bit more yellow. There we go. Then we'll bring that around. Spend some time forever. Will never. And then this one. Yep. What's this color? Is it this one? No. So it must be one of the what color is this? It's that one. Okay. That's fine. Hey, Weezer. Yeah, it's Weezer. It's Weezy Beezer. I can go ahead and I'm gonna actually like take a section of this, copy, paste, and flip that. We're just gonna run it right over here too. And we're just gonna bring it down. Just take away what we don't want. Right there. And then we can like blend it in a bit. Like it won't hurt. It won't hurt to blend it. Hip hip. But yeah, just kind of show we have some change and everything. Still got that flow and still some change. I feel like it's missing something here, but I don't quite know. Maybe I'll put some clouds. It's time to work on the clouds, everybody. We did rough in some clouds here, but I think we're gonna change it up a bit. I think we're gonna go more more loose form, and I think I want them to like go up and around. Yeah, I think we're going to go for more like spaghetti noodle clouds than like big puffy clouds like we initially thought. Like big puffy clouds might be it, but I think spaghetti clouds will be better. You guys like spaghetti stream or spaghetti? I love spaghetti. Okay, and then we're just gonna swap this out. Get some of these. Actually, it's gonna be these if we're inside the cloud. Bit of that. Not allowed to eat carbs. I'm sorry. That's a terrible thing that I've heard today. I hope that changes for you in your future. You love spaghetti. See, that's the problem, is we love spaghetti too much. You know, I will say Miracle Noodle's not too bad. If you're going zero carb, Miracle Noodle's not bad. They're konjac, so you want to work up to it because they're just straight fiber. But I prefer it like with ramen instead of spaghetti, but they do kind of work for spaghetti okay. I don't know if you've tried the konjac noodles. I did a pretty restrictive diet earlier this year or last year. Pretty much cutting all carbs. Yeah, I cut down. I was doing 1,200 calories a day, which is not enough calories for a person of my my requirements. It's not enough calories. Um, but yeah, but I really took a taste for them. They're a little chewy, but they're not too bad. They're not as bad as I think other people have said. I've heard some pretty bad reviews about that type of stuff, but honestly, I haven't found them too distasteful. Okay, next we're just gonna go for these parts. We're just gonna give it some broad understrokes. This needs to be even less. This needs to be even less. No, it's gonna be more blue. Give me like half of that. Okay, now this is our new color. Just like this grayish purple. This is gonna be our other color. That's gonna be our undertones. So anytime we want an under or to make an under, we just throw that under there. Oh, welcome in. Blue color. Thank you. I do have blue color. We're working on this right now. So yeah, we're in the blue. We're in the blurple. It's just a lot of blue right now, though. It's kind of pixel art. It's just how it goes. You know, you gotta trust the process, though. It looks a bit odd, but you gotta trust the process. Okay, and then we need some, like, lemon. Give me some lemony. That's gonna be our top. That's gonna be our top color. So let's get some lemon on the top. And we're just, like I said, we're just creating depth in these clouds. Anytime we want to, and I'm kind of looking to match some of that underside we did before. Little fly. That's okay. Oh, it looks so good. Dan lied to himself. Okay. Then I want to come down the middle and I want to just like broad strokes, maybe less broad strokes. I just kind of want to line it down a bit. So I'm returning that blue to the center. It's blue. It is. It's very blue. If you look at it too long, it will cause problems. It's what they call the blue light effect. Yeah. So just watch out for that. You'll be fine. I'm sure you'll be fine. How you doing? Braden 44 gone. Oh, it's okay. It's looking good. I want it to just be like paint. So like we did this, and I want it to just be the same up here. I think finally what I'm going to add is to the center part. I'm going to add this color. I want like a bright, not that bright. Give me just like a little bit more white. And this is where we can add like the puffiness, I think. Like half of that. Okay, give me this color. That's the color I want. And we're just going to add some puffiness to all of this. Like I said, we want spaghetti clouds, but puffy, flowy spaghetti clouds. So like little bunches of this stuff to give it just texture. Remember that clouds are like a bunch of little tiny particles and water vapor suspended together. So I'm just going to bring this in and kind of bunch this up a bit. So it's not too much blue, you know. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the outside. Okay, cool. And now I can work on the sky behind it. So the sky, we want there to just be like a little bit of a lighter color. Anytime we're like around some of this, to like just say, okay, we're not in the clouds, but we're kind of part of the clouds, you know? Red color, no nighttime is not nighttime, it is daytime. At least here. Yeah, yeah. Okay, we'll mix all this together. Oh, I would love that. I would love that right here. Just hit me with like something like that. Does it look bad? No, but it is a bit contrasting. I think maybe we'll change this just a bit lighter. Maybe darker? Maybe this darker? Less. More. Less. More. More purple? Yeah, maybe more purple. And even more yellow. Where's that yellow gone? This one. What if I just did a little bit more yellow? It's nice. No more peoples. All gone. Yeah, they all left. Bye, peoples. Just you. Now, the peoples like to hang out. They like to hang out. This is like postcard stuff, you know? Okay, I've decided I don't want this part anymore. I just want this. So I'm going to erase that. And we're going to paint the roses red. Yeah, that didn't turn out weird at all. It's okay. Just wanted a background of some type that was already pre-mixed. I think my spaghetti clouds look a little bit too much spaghetti. I think I might have to puff them up a bit. Yeah, let's try... Oh, I could try darkening the background. That looks so much worse. That looks so much worse. That's not bad, but it's not exactly what we're going for. Oh, hold on. Oh. Just gotta get our palette right. Oh, big stretch, everyone. Have a big stretch. A little water. We're doing some pixel art here. We're just trying to get this to a nice, comfortable place where you can use it as a background. Like this. I might scrap it. Okay. Good call. Let's just reset the sky a bit. I think we might have done something I wasn't happy with. Let's just reset the sky. What I'll do is I'll just paint over it here. Color this color. Okay. Just paint over it. Let's try again. Maybe let's try some big puffy clouds. I do like big puffy clouds. Okay. That's too much purple. We decided this was too much purple. Maybe that's the right amount of purple. That could be the right amount of purple. I can like bring this in and we can do some of this. It's been a while since we've worked on some pixel art, so I'm gonna give myself a little bit of grace here. It's been a couple months since I've done anything, like even touched it at all. So the fact that we're doing anything for this is good enough for me. Okay, give me this one. Just gonna swing it up here. Whoop, whoop. At all. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Holy. At all. At all. Keep the energies. They're good. Thank you. That's what I said when I'm playing Pokemon. So you got to keep the energies. If you don't keep the energies, you won't have them. Yeah, I think these are the vibes. I think these are definitely the vibes, what we were looking for, more than the others. We can kind of like blend this in a bit. Yeah. Just kind of blend this in so it's not so much just like beans in the sky. I don't like sky beans. Not exactly what we're looking for, sky beans, but we could have some beaniness to the sky. Yeah, and then we could just swoop and then swoop. It almost looks like writing. Let's add a bit more of extensions here. Oh, maybe it's because I didn't use the sky color. Oops. Oh, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe I should do like a bit of an outline with this to like tie it together. You know? Did my best to notice when the call came down the line. Just like different layers of clouds, I guess this feels like. Close your eyes, hear your heart. Cut the cord. Be human. If you get to draw 4 cards, then you get to 0 damage. If you stop me, then you get 80 damage. Accept? I do not accept. I don't know. That sounds like some Magic the Gathering bullcrap right there, and I am not about that. We're all about Pokemans. Here, when I said Pokemans, I meant it. I tapped my mana resources. Oh. I feel like Pokemon was, I don't know. It's one of those games that has a lot of power creep. Any trading card game is going to have some power creep, right? But it's one that like the power creep was very noticeable between sets even. Like the newer cards just were a few HP higher and did a little bit more damage. So after a while, like collecting just is like, oh, I think these cards are cool. And that's all it should be, you know? Gotta let me go. Are you human? Yeah, let's connect this a bit. What's a little dinosaur? Rawr. Yeah, we should see pockets here. Little swishes and swashes. Dream of home tonight. There's no message we're receiving. Let me know, does your heart still beat? You can just like bring in some dithering effect too. This is good. Yeah, I'm digging this a lot more than I was the other one. I think the other one was just too busy. Damage or specs? I don't know what that means. If you'd like to explain further, you may, and you might get a better response from me. What is a damage or specs? The progress. I know, Sai. Look at the progress. Isn't it just lovely? Yeah, it's coming along. I do like the parts where we're dithering. I think it's looking really nice. We had to trust the process. The process leads to progress. It's dreamy. That's exactly what we're going for. Just dreamy. Just very surreal. Super Nintendo vibes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna keep dithering here because I'm running out of time, chat. We ain't got time in the world. I mean, we got all the time in the world, but I ain't got time. There ain't time for this. I think, yeah, just like dithering this up a little bit. But yeah, I was kind of going for like very pastel-y. It kind of gives, what's that game? No Man's Sky? It kind of gives No Man's Sky title. Like their screen kind of looks like this. Wouldn't it be neat? Oh, don't be lonely now. I think we're just gonna like pepper this in a bit. Super Nintendo. Yeah, just like big bold blocks. A little bit of swishy swashy. A little swishy swashy wishy washy. Wishy washy. Wishy washy. Which is a great Pokemon, by the way. Wishy washy. I don't know if anybody actually likes Wishy Washy as a Pokemon, but you know, maybe there's some freaks out there that probably like him. Here we go. Let's put some of this in the background. Like, it's clouds you just want to look at, you know? Pablo would be proud. Pablo. I'm going to make you say it. Pablo who? Are you saying Picasso? My boy Pablo P? The father of Cubism? Pablo P? Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's the Pablo we're talking about. Daddy Pablo? Cause you know where I'll be found when I come around. Let's do one that's like this. Oh, we might have just lost our internet. Our lights flickered a bit. Nada nada. No, Pablo. Nada nada. Forget whatever a juego. What are you just saying to me? Are you speaking English? Fuego, which Fuego? Which way did you go? I'm just messing with you. You're chilling. This one doesn't fit the vibe. It's got to be more complete. Okay, that's better. Oh, we also have to add this on the outsides. I forgot. This is our ocean. Okay, and then I want to come in with this and just like come in on big swaths by itself, you know? Remember me. This is Free Bird by Free Bird. Doesn't look bad. I think I could kind of like pull it back here. Yeah, we'll bring this back. Whoosh. Into little Leonard Skinner. Yeah. By Pablo Picasso. Theodore Roosevelt Jr. You cannot tame. I just want to bring in just little specks here and there. Just enough to know that like we're here. Knows I can change. Oh, that needs to be more rounded. I kind of want it to feel like just like eddies in the sky, you know? Yeah, that kind of feels good. Like really like lava lamps vibes, lava lamps clouds, you know? Maybe that's what I should have focused on, doing some lava lamps. Take this so badly. Looks wrong. 'Cause I'm afraid. Oh, that's good. Less of this, more of this. Yeah, more of that. Leonard Skinner, the history teacher. Big fan. Big fan of that guy. And this bird that you cannot change. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, don't you just want to step in it? Just like gloop. Now, how do I bring this back down here? Okay, first of all, we're going to have to cut these off. Okay, layer one. We have to cut these off. Won't you buy? So I can do that just by deleting them. And then I can fill them in with something special. Or just copy and paste. And that doesn't look too bad. I do have to fix this bit here. Not bad, not bad. Okay, that's looking good. And then I need to fix, like, I need to make this more pronounced, I think, when it comes up. Just like this is where we're starting. We're breaking up here. Right here. Same thing. We're just going to follow this down. This is where the tops are. It's very impressionist, isn't it? It's very impressionist. But you mean, don't knock impressionism, right? That's the impression I get. You truly are a man devoted to the puns, Holly. I have to say, you're committed to it, and I'm impressed. See what I did there? I'm impressed, Holly. Yeah, we're just gonna get rid of these stray pixels too. Like, I don't think they're adding much value having stray pixels hanging around. So we're gonna sack a bunch of them. Sack them. Sack the stray pixels. If they're one and alone, they need to be gone. Okay. Bit of this, a little bit of that. Bit of this. A sack of pixels and a compass? That's all you give me? A sack of pixels and a compass, Holy? How am I supposed to survive in the wilderness with just a sack of pixels and a compass? That's cruel. Being marooned like this. Okay, we're going to change these. I don't like them. I don't like them. So we're going to change them to another color. We're going to change them to this color. Let's see how that looks. Overall, I think they look really good when I change them to this color. So I'm going to keep them that way. The rest of these need to be fixed pronto. Boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Zoop. Yeah, I'm just kind of souping them up. Soup, soup. Zoop. Oh, it's coming there. It's getting there. I'm smart. I'll trust to do well. Oh, well. Can't wait to disappoint you once again. Once again, the disappointment will reign. I think I'm gonna... You remember where I added like all of these in before? I think I'm gonna take them away. I think I'm gonna take them away. Yeah. Not go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? Who's this? Three Doors Down. Yeah, Three Doors Down. Good job, Dan. I'm like, I don't know any of their songs. Do I know Three Doors Down? No, but I can say a couple things on their behalf. Just give me the mic. I'll get in there. Yeah, I think what I want is I just want to shorten these reads a bit. I want to give the perspective that they're a lot shorter than they are before. So I'm going to just, bring these all in a bit. Yeah, I think I accomplished that with what I wanted. The archaeological layers in this painting will confound scholars for a century. There's only 2 layers, man. And one of them is the sky layer. Oh, this one just looks so much better. Like, this is good, okay? Feels like rolled ice cream. But this one's just like, you want to live in it, you know? It's okay. Great. Fantastic. But there's only 2 layers. Let's not get crazy. If I'm alive and well. I think I'm also going to make this a little bit less detailed, which means we want broader strokes here as well. Just looking a little bit noisy for my liking here. The surface of the soup is opaque. Is also non-reflective. No, it's glossy. Is it reflective of this? I don't know. I'm thinking the soup is very muddy. So it's going to reflect things on the shorter spectrum. It's not going to reflect like the really warm, the warmer yellows and greens. Here it's going to reflect the blues, the shortwave blues. So that's why it's reflective of the sky, but not the reflective of this. And it's not going to be like crystal reflective. So I'm not going to put any of that. Muddy but cyan. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like clay. Yeah. I'm really feeling it. I think I actually am really feeling it. Yeah, not like... Yeah, there's lots of different types of mud, right? I'm not thinking like brown, because brown is just orange, and I don't want to put orange in here. Silt from a large river upstream. Sure, yeah. More of like a gray mixed with the... whatever's on the bottom of this, right? I'm thinking of like just like a stream that's cut through the ditch in this field. It's not typically your beautiful crystal clear water, right? It's going to be kind of mucky and meh. But at the same time, I want it to feel natural more than like polluted. So yeah, we just got a winding stream here. I'm worried about the connection between the top of the reeds. Yeah. It's hard to say what I want out of this. I think I want this to kind of like fade out a bit into this. I'm running out of the steam. You could sawtooth it a little. That's true. I could do that. Let's see how that looks. That doesn't look too bad. I will accept your suggestion. I've sawtoothed it a bit. I think that is a good suggestion. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. Maybe I should do that to the water too. Yeah. No, I don't like that. It should go flatter. The further out we go, the flatter it should go, right? That's an idea anyway. I just love this clouds. And it's hard because the clouds are making the rest of it look bad by comparison. You have a good idea for a few years? Well, save your next one for me. Let's suck this up a bit. Yeah, I'm just kind of enjoying where it's at right now. I'm looking at it. I'm seeing what we got going on here. I think what I want to work on is these reads because they're too busy. They're distracting. So I'm going to try to simplify them a bit. I'm just going to take it down to a couple colors. See how that looks. I don't like it. Maybe that's the wrong color. Maybe it's just better before. But it is just like arguably too busy. There's too many colors here. This is the color. Okay, I'm just going to bring it in here as this. Give me this one and then give me inverse selection. So I can just work on this without worrying about that. Maybe I need to give more implied. Okay, let's try some implied verticals. I kind of like that. Hold on. Something like more of like a pattern. It's like implied vertical. Yeah, more of it. More of it, but we'll keep it at like 2 or 3 colors instead. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's better than this. Okay, so let's just do that along the coast here. I don't think we need to do it to all of it, but I think we could do it to a good amount. And still, I'll be your thrill. this one and this one. Let's just get some implied lines. Especially that. That second one is better. Having fewer, but at the same time more. I don't know. Me too. Yeah, I like that better. I like that. Okay. This last part here, we actually just need to copy this. There we go. Okay, I like that better. Okay, now we need to add some life. Some pizzazz. We need some more greenery here. On the water. Okay, I'm gonna merge the layers. I'm gonna add some, I think just some foam. Yeah, let's do foam. What color? This color? No, this color. Put a foam. And then I want like some nice lilies. Yeah, I think some lilies would look really nice here. Let's get a darker shade. I write you years of silence. Oh, Jesus, but oh so I hear. Okay. Like further, further. Yeah, just a bit more of this. Maybe some brighter colors here. And then I want to put a couple birds. I really like these little white birds near me. They're called ibises. I'm gonna put a couple of these ibises in here. And they just have a little orange beak. Just a bit, just like that, you know? And then they have, man, maybe this wasn't what I wanted. Hold on. Let me get this guy back here. They're more like very strict in their walking. They look very regal. More like that. And they just have a couple of twiggy legs. This looks so out of place. I don't even know what I'm doing with it. Maybe ducks would be better. Ah, maybe I could do a little duck. It's like mallards. Generate new palette from sprite. Okay. This is our palette, which is interesting, but we'll go with it. Let's make a little yellow duck. Yellow? This guy, and then we'll give him a little bit of this. Is that a duck or is that the Loch Ness monster? It doesn't look good. I don't think I can make a good looking duck with this palette, so I'm not going to do that anymore. I've given up on the duck. Everybody, we've given up on the duck. Thinking about it, maybe wildlife's not the right move. This is distracting me. Okay, thank you. Yeah, gotta just get this right balance on that. What if I put just like a little city in the background? What if I just put like, we just put like a real little city, you know? Just put like a tiny little city in the background. Wouldn't that look just a little bit neat? Did I do I can use it? One night stand. Get out. Left my broken heart open and you ripped it out. Maybe this is too much of a city. Maybe we don't even have to have it be a city. It could just be rocks, you know? It's something. We want something out here that just like feels far off and distant and gives scale. I think this is kind of a doing that. It's pretty basic, but I think it's doing it. Yeah, it feels nice. Every morning there's a halo hanging from the corner of my girlfriend's four-post bed. I think I want to put like a bit of an outline on this just for the bottom. Let me like bring an outline in here. Just not a real one, just like a rough one. It's like this is the bottom. I want to see how this looks. It might help the transition a bit. I didn't do bug spray today, and I think I'm going to regret it, chat. Welcome in, y'all. We're having a good time. We're just vibing today. We're trusting the process. We're having a little bit of music. We're having a little bit of fun. F-U-N. And maybe it shouldn't be fun. Art's serious. Everybody, art is a serious business, okay? I like it. I like that. That added something. It added something. Okay, in the same vein, I think we ought to... Maybe there ought to be something here. Maybe not. Maybe we're okay. Just pour some tea for two. Maybe I could add some of this. Is it like middle distance it? No. I could try to add maybe some more contrast here though. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe I need a little bit more contrast between these two. To complain when there's... I don't hate that. And let's get a blue here for these, I think. Okay, that looks better. I want some purple down here. No. Maybe I could add some more of these things up here. Maybe I could add one. That just looks like a little bit more. Like it's coming out of this part up here. Maybe something like that. Just coming straight out of it. I'll have it made. Give me this here. Yeah, maybe I'll put some of this, like sprinkle this in. Break it up. Don't hate it. Don't love it. Could do without it. Okay. All right. Any thoughts, everybody? I like it. I feel like we can be happy with this for what it is. Maybe I want to add some more. What was it? The yellow version of this? I think. Maybe just some of this. There's a mosquito on my hand. I got it. I got it, y'all. All right. You know what I mean? I can't believe I got me on the hand. Little thing. I'm happy with this. It feels good. So all I've got to do is the funky stuff of scaling it up and throwing my water mark on it. Let me see if I can do that. Many things. I think it's in here. Yeah, here it is. Just put this on a new layer. Okay. And then we need one more layer. That to break me. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then we can scale this up. I think we go 800. Yeah, that's what we do. There we go. Yeah, we made a nice little piece of art today. That's all it is. Just a little nice piece of art. What should we call it? I'll put it in my wallpapers. We'll call this Cloudy Day. Okay. Save as. Now we just gotta save it as a PNG and do all our fancy stuff. Let me turn off the watermark. Let me save it. Okay. 1980. No. 20. File save as. 1920 by 1080. Turn that back on. File save as. Watermark. Okay. Saved, and we'll accept that. All right, everybody. Well, I think that's it for the evening. Let me see if there's anyone around on Twitch side we can raid out to. TikTok, have a wonderful evening, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, Fui's on. Let's raid to Fui. Have a wonderful evening. He's playing Crimson Desert, the new game. Good night.